Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we are getting into something that affects all of us, communication. Specifically, we're targeting those little bits of linguistic clutter, the unnecessary words that can weaken our writing and our speech. Our mission today, using some great material on concise language, is to give you the tools to make your own language clearer and, honestly, just more efficient.
Yeah, and that's such a crucial goal. I think for anyone who needs to get ideas across quickly, cleaning this stuff up is the ultimate shortcut. It just makes sure your audience is focused on your message, not on the verbal weeds getting in the way.
Okay, let's unpack this. I love that the source material we're using just jumps right in with this great visual hook. It's a car, and someone is shouting, "Reverse back the car."
It's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
That example it perfectly illustrates the whole concept of redundancy.
So what is the formal definition we're working with?
At its core, redundancy is the act of using words which have exactly the same meaning to describe something. You're basically repeating yourself without realizing it.
Right, so it's like packing your bag for a trip and realizing you brought two identical phone chargers. The bag still closes, but, it's just wasted space. It weighs you down.
That's a great way to put it. And our sources have this fantastic list of these common errors. It's really a shortcut to cleaner language. So we're just going to go through the biggest offenders, the ones that pop up the most.
Let's do it. We can call this the Hall of Shame for redundant phrases. And you listening, you might want to take some notes because you probably use some of these without even thinking.
Okay, so let's start with the ones that are meant to add emphasis. Words that, try to make a point stronger, but just add clutter. Like, for instance, each and every.
Right. If you say each, you've already implied every single one. It feels powerful to say both, but you're repeating the idea.
Exactly. And you see a similar thing with phrases like exactly the same or one and the same.
If it's the same, it's already the same. The word exactly isn't adding any new information.
None at all. Now, here's where it gets really common. Describing physical things. We hear this all the time. Phrases like longer in length or large in size.
Oh, or red in color. That one's a classic.
It is. And this is a great area to focus on because it sounds so natural, right? Longer in length sounds fine. But the core word, length, already tells you the category of measurement.
So its job is to say how long something is.
Precisely. You don't need to specify it's in length. It feels like we're trying to clarify, but the original word is already doing all the work.
Okay, what about action words? I feel like I see this a lot with verbs.
Motion is a big one. Think about circle around.
You can't really circle forward. The around is already baked in.
It's baked in. And another one, close proximity. Proximity, by definition, means closeness. So close proximity is just saying closeness.
And then we get the corporate and marketing favorites I'm thinking of. Free gift.
Ah, yes, the classic. If it's a gift, it has to be free. Otherwise, it's a purchase. Marketers just use it for emphasis, but linguistically, it's total clutter.
Okay, now the ones that are all over our emails, we all need to stop using these right now. Revert back and refund back.
Yes. Let's spend a second on these because they're so persistent. The very definition of the verb revert is to return to a previous state. The idea of back is already inside the verb itself.
But I feel like I say revert back all the time. It's almost become, a standard phrase in some offices.
It has, and that's how these things stick around. It's normalization. Same logic for summarize briefly. To summarize is to be brief. That's the whole point of a summary.
That's a perfect transition, actually, because just listing them is one thing, but seeing them in full sentences really shows how they sneak in.
Okay, let's do it. Imagine you get an email from customer service that says, the money will be refunded back to your account.
Right, and you slice out the word back. If it's refunded, we know it's coming back to me. The sentence is instantly cleaner.
Instantly. Okay, how about this one? After a week, the balloon deflated and reverted back to its original size.
Same thing again. Reverted is the action. It's the return. Back is just a passenger. We can drop it.
Okay, and then this next one was specifically called out in our sources as a huge one, maybe the prime example. The phrase autobiography of his life.
Oh, that's linguistic overkill. It's so common. I don't think I even noticed it was a problem until I started really looking.
Well, let's break down the word itself. Auto means self. Bio means life. And biography means writing.
So it's literally the writing of one's own life.
Exactly. So to add of his life at the end is just, you're saying life. twice.
And to really make this stick, the sources gave this incredible analogy. It's one that, if you're listening, you will absolutely never forget.
This is the big aha moment.
Yeah.
The sources say that saying autobiography of my life is the same as saying you're eating a tuna fish sandwich.
I love that. That is so good. So break it down. Why don't you need the word fish?
Because what is tuna?
It's a fish.
It's a fish. Adding the word fish gives the listener zero new information. It's already intrinsic to the word tuna. It's just stating the obvious.
That tuna fish sandwich idea is going to be so useful. It just strips away all the grammar rules and makes the error so easy to spot. Okay, so now that we've got the basics down, let's move into what the source calls the critical thinking section.
Right. This is where we get into redundancies that are a little more subtle. You really have to know the dictionary definition of the words to catch these.
All right, let's make it a challenge. For you listening, we're going to give you 5 phrases. Try to spot the redundant word before we give you the answer.
Okay. Challenge number 1. Construction of the new high school is estimated at approximately $80 million. What's the word to cut?
I'm going to say approximately.
You got it, but why?
Because if a number is estimated, it's already an approximation by nature.
Right.
If it was exact, you wouldn't say it was an estimate.
Perfect. Okay, challenge 2. This one is very simple, but you hear it all the time. Professor, please repeat that again.
The word is again.
And the logic.
To repeat something literally means to do it again. The again is already hiding inside the verb.
Exactly. Okay, on to our favorite place for this stuff. Professional emails. Challenge 3. I didn't like his response, so I did not reply back to him.
Oh, I am so guilty of this one. I've definitely sent emails saying, I'll reply back shortly. The word that has to go is back.
It is. Because to reply is an action that is inherently directed back at the sender. You can't really reply forward.
That's a good way to think about it. Okay, challenge 4 is a little bit trickier. It's about preparation. The launch was successful because of the team's meticulous advanced planning.
This one is subtle because advanced planning sounds like a good thing. But the redundant word is advanced.
Wait, why? Aren't you supposed to plan in advance?
You are, but that's the point. Planning, by its very definition, happens in advance of an event. If you're doing something after the event, it's a review, not a plan. So all planning is advanced.
Wow, okay, that's a deep one. You have to really think about the meaning of the word itself.
You do. Okay, last one. Challenge 5. A crowd assembled together at the emergency shelter.
The verb assembled already implies gathering, so the extra word has to be together.
Spot on. To assemble means to bring things or people together. It's already in the verb.
So when you look at just those 5 words, we eliminated approximately, again, back, advanced, and together. It's amazing. It's just one word each time, but the sentences are so much sharper.
It really is. And it connects to this whole idea of clear thinking. If your language is cluttered, people might assume your thoughts are too. This isn't just about grammar. It's about being effective.
So let's do a quick summary of the main takeaways here. We started with that reverse back example to define redundancy, just, repeating meaning unnecessarily.
Then we went through that hall of shame. Things like revert back in corporate emails and free gift in ads.
And the most important part, I think, was that tuna fish sandwich analogy. That's the one to remember. If the idea is already in the main word, you don't need to say it again.
And we finished with that critical thinking challenge, seeing how a word like planning already implies that it's advanced. Just noticing these things is the first and most important step.
Which brings us to a final thought for you to take away this week. It really builds on everything we've talked about. While cutting these words only saves you a word here or a word there, the cumulative effect on your credibility is huge. It shows you respect the listener's time.
So your challenge this week isn't just to stop using them yourself. It's to actively listen for them. Pay really close attention to your emails, especially from senior people. How often do you see reply back or revert back? Because once you start hearing this stuff, you can't unhear it. And that's when you really start to communicate more clearly.
An excellent challenge. Thank you for diving deep with us today. We hope your communication is, instantly more concise.